Hi, everybody. We are celebrating HP month here at HSN. Right off the bat, while so many of you are picking up that incredible deal on the tablet, we do want to hear from you. If you swear by HP, the leader in home computers, we want to hear your story. It's 866-376-8255. Okay, so you have your new tablet. Let's talk about how many of us are in need of a new home computer. Maybe you have that old, outdated, super slow, out of memory, out of storage computer, and you want to upgrade. Well, today, again, just as we celebrate HP month, this is truly one of the best values I have ever seen here at HSN. You are getting a fully loaded, wireless, gorgeous, streamlined computer that has all of the bells and whistles, and we're gonna go through those again. But look at the price on this. Right off the bat, this will be $500. It's got a retail compare of more than $800. It's not $500 today. It's $379.95 on 5 Flex with free shipping and handling. We have 800 of them left, and that's it. So this is that moment. Again, it's your central hub. It's where your kids are doing homework. It's where you're checking your email. You want to have the best experience possible. It's happening today with HP.
You know, the last time I sold a computer that started with a 3 was Black Friday. So it was basically Thanksgiving weekend 2015. Like, you just don't see a computer in this price range very often, let alone a computer that offers you so much more than you normally see. Take a look at this screen from it. Yeah, this has a CD DVD burner. Yeah, good eye there, girl. Good eye.
You never see that.
No, less than half the computers in the US today have an optical burner built into. I'll get to that in just a minute. I want to show you a couple things. First of all, the size of this screen. Oh, we have if you wonder what I'm doing, what I'm using the wireless mouse that we're including and the wireless keyboard that we're including. So that's how I'm doing my navigating. Check it out. This screen, I'll just make that nice and big for a minute. This screen, when you compare it, the 15-inch screen is the #1 selling screen size in America. That's a top-selling laptop size. Look how much more area you get. I mean, you can have 2 pages up at one time. You know, it's almost like 2 15-inch screens next to each other. So you can be doing lots of things at one time. Like I could have hsn.com up over here. I'll just pull this over to the right. And then you see I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 programs, by the way, all running at one time. 7 programs running at one time. No pausing, no waiting, no hesitating. You can see I'm going, you know, from window to window, going up and down and looking at the different things that are going on in both. Now, what I haven't shown you yet is the incredible footprint. Ready? Look at this. That's your computer.
That's the whole thing. So wait.
That's all.
There's this.
It's not as bad. We took out some of the guts, so it's not as heavy as it was.
I was going to say, it's still pretty heavy, though. But so many of us are used to having the separate this, and we're going to show you here in just a second. But you all know exactly what I'm holding.
Yeah, the tower.
The giant tower of space and slowness is this. That's your entire computer,
tower
right?
Of misery.
The tower of, it's always like blowing its own fan.
It's
to try to
so loud.
cool itself down. It's just awful,
I can remember, actually, the last time I had a tower in my house, I kept that like in the guest room, which was at the other end of the hall from my bedroom. And I would literally get up at night and go shut the door on that guest room because I could hear the fan at night.
That's so
that is not a joke. That is not an exaggeration. So anyway, now all of those, all the guts. So what used to take up this much space, and just compare the width of this, how much space you needed, to the width of the computer.
Wow.
I mean, that's an entirely different world. Plus, remember, you have to plug in so many different things. We would include a schematic with this to plug in your keyboard, to plug in your screen, to plug in your internet, to plug in your mouse. I mean, just on and on and on. You don't do that anymore. Wi-Fi is built into this computer, so no matter where it goes, you're on Wi-Fi. The one plug, one cable, do you know what it is? You know what this is? Power. So you plug it into the wall and that's it. And one of the great things about that is it really makes this incredibly portable as well as, you know, incredibly sleek and thin. So that means, like, if you're using your computer most of the time in your living room, like I do, I leave my all-in-one on my, like the bar, basically, the kitchen bar, because it stays in my kitchen. But when my folks come a couple times a year, they like to have a television in their room. I don't have a TV in there. So I just move it. I pick this up. It weighs a couple of pounds. I put it in their room. There's a DVD player. They can watch their movies. They can stream anything on television. So they're incredibly portable. So let's talk about the power for a minute. So it's not just the portability, the sleekness. Obviously, it fits in any footprint. Again, all of your brains, the entire brains of your computer are in this. and there is one cable that you plug into the wall, and that is all. How about the power? This is an AMD dual core processor, so it has sort of that double power, you know, relative to a single core processor. It's the reason why, and I showed you this a minute ago. I'll show it to you again. I have, let's count them again. Let's see, I have about oh no, that's not a good way to do it, Aaron. This will be a better way to do it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 programs all running at one time. No pausing, no waiting, no hesitating. I've got Netflix out, you know, going through my Netflix over here, checking out my Facebook. I've got a high definition movie playing. The computer's taking it all. It's not slowing down at all. And one of the reasons, and I think maybe we were getting a video ready to show you guys, is because of the power of this processor. This is an AMD processor. And you know, AMD, frankly, just does it better when it comes to speed. So a good way to think of this is instead of there being, you know, like a one lane, this has 2 lanes of traffic that you can go through when you're like going through a toll booth. It doubles it. So again, this is a dual core processor, making everything for you just that much faster. Let me give you, a couple other things. 4 gigabytes of RAM. That RAM is very important for loading web pages quickly and multitasking. Well, you've seen the multitasking, right? We've got about, 8 or 9 programs running at one time. It loads web pages incredibly quickly too, and it does it with Wi-Fi. So you don't have to be in a room where you plug into the internet. You know, spring is coming. We've really started to feel it here in Florida. It's like 88 degrees today. If you want, as spring comes and maybe you want to be out on your screened-in porch, or you want to be somewhere where maybe you wouldn't usually have your computer, all you need is a plug. That's it. All you need, remember,
take your whole
is electricity. So you can, if you go into the RV, if you go, wherever you're most comfortable, the computer goes with you. And as long as there's Wi-Fi, just like anywhere you could use your smartphone, you know, on Wi-Fi, or anywhere you could use your tablet on Wi-Fi, or your laptop, you can use this using Wi-Fi. So, sorry, I stopped myself there for a minute. 4 gigabytes of RAM. And that RAM is so important to be able to move the web pages quickly and to be able to multitask. So you know, this is Windows 10. Microsoft recommends at least 2 gigabytes of RAM to run Windows 10. This has twice as many. And then the other quick spec I'm gonna give you, and then we're gonna get an update from Carrie, is this has the largest hard drive we've done in any computer at HSN. 1,000, it's a big thing, I know. I kind of throw that line away. The largest we've ever done in any. No, it's the largest we've ever done. That's kind of a big, say it like you mean it, right? It's 1,000 gigabyte hard drive, which is also a terabyte. And so what that means is on this, you know, computer, which again starts with a 3 in terms of pricing, which I don't remember having done since last November. You can store 250 hours of high definition video, 320,000 photos, 1/3 photos, 16,000 hours of music, which is about 200,000 songs. You know, put simply, Carrie, this is just a beautiful powerhouse in every sense of the word.
I mean, you gotta love HP month. I mean, it truly is offers that you will not see repeated again. More than 1,000 of you have now picked this up. Unfortunately, with everyone on the line, we have fewer than 700 to go around. So look at the HSN price that this will be, or has been. It's $500. $379.95 is your price today. It's also, you know, of course, the retail compare is $832, and that includes all of the software that you're going to be getting with this as well. It's completely wireless, so all of the cords, the tower, all of that you're saying goodbye to. It has a giant, over 19-inch screen, and then look at this. So if you want to put this on your kitchen cabinet, if you want, or kitchen countertop rather, you can take this with you to whatever room. It weighs less than 15 pounds, and then look at this. Everything is completely wireless, so you're decluttering your desk, which is another great feature. You know, we talked about tablets being confusing. Home computers, another thing that is so confusing. The best thing that you could do is go for the best. And HP, when it comes to home computers, Aaron, is the upper echelon. It is the best of the best when it comes to home computers. So you're getting the #1 selling name. Do we have it broken down so that we can show everybody the retail compare? Okay, we don't have it broken down, but it's $832 is your retail compare, which again includes the computer, includes your wireless keyboard and mouse, and then you get your lifestyle software and services. You get 3 vouchers of that.
And I can help there a little bit. So actually the services and the software together are $508.
Crazy. Only here at HSN.
Only here, exclusively at HSN. You know, I should tell you that I've had one other airing on this computer. They're mostly gone. I've had one other airing, so I anticipate with over half gone in one airing that this will probably be the final airing of it. We don't have any more scheduled, I can tell you that for sure. What I would like to do is show you, because there are so many extras, we do have some either a video or a still that I can run through the software we're including and some of the services that we're including. So here we go. Oh, this first one. This is big. This is really big. Think Free Office means you have a program now that is 100% compatible with Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. You don't have to go buy Microsoft Office, which is great. Now, if you want to buy Microsoft Office, you can ask your customer reps about that. We do have that additionally available, but you don't have to buy it. Learn to use Windows 10. That's a big one. The Tax Act filing, Complete Organizer, 6 months on Curious.com. Oh, 3 months of Rhapsody Premiere. It's a great music program. I love this thing. Happy Neuron. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
Happy Neuron is a brain training site. It trains the 5 cognitive areas of the brain. Oh. So I find that I don't remember things any better today than I did 5 years ago. That's for sure. No, it's actually really fun and really challenging and good for you. And you don't get all those things together very often. I think Happy Neuron is really cool. And it's one of the things that we include on that card down there. I don't need to grab it really, but well, thank you, dear. So right here, you guys see, these are all of the things that we include. On the back, it talks about Happy Neuron. It talks about Think Free Office. It talks about Tax Act. That's a great thing to include, because it's not only Tax Act 2015, it includes a state filing as well as your federal filing. So I know we've gotten very, very busy on this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sort of back up to the beginning. If you've missed anything, I want to do a tour of the computer, show you around the computer. Just before I do, though, the big things to remember as you're ordering. This is HP, the #1 computer manufacturer in America. So doesn't it feel good to buy the very best? We do very special things during HP month. HP and HSN have an incredibly special partnership. In fact, of all the brands we sell and all the different types of wonderful items and categories that we sell more HP than any other brand at HSN. Isn't that interesting? Yep, more HP than any other brand. So we have a very, very special partnership with them, and we celebrate it during this month of March. This is one of the computers with which we have chosen to celebrate this month. So that's the first thing. An AMD dual-core processor, 2 brains, 2 engines underneath the hood. That means the computer runs faster. You saw a moment ago, and I'll show you again. I'm running I like this demonstration because it shows you just what the computer is doing at one time. Let me just pull it over this way. I have about 8 different programs running at one time, and you can see many of them here. There we go. You can see many of them up and running at one time, and there's no pausing, there's no waiting, there's no hesitating. That's just how this computer goes. That's how this computer rolls. It doesn't play.
You just enjoy the experience more. You're just seamlessly navigating.
Absolutely, absolutely you do. There are 4 gigabytes of RAM, so that's double the RAM that Microsoft recommends to run Windows 10. Yes, Windows 10 is your operating system. The latest operating system from Windows, the most popular, the best, the upper echelon. And this is a computer that was pre-built and ready for Windows 10. I know a lot of people have thought about upgrading to Windows 10, and certainly you can do that, but you have to ask yourself, is your computer slow now? Because if it's slow now, it ain't gonna get any faster when you go to Windows 10 because it's not prepared to do so. It doesn't have the right processor. It doesn't have the sufficient amount of RAM. It doesn't have the sufficient hard drive. This computer does. So if your computer now is a slow experience, is a disappointing experience, if you don't just really, really look forward to going and having a blast with it all the time, Carrie, this is a great way to upgrade.
Absolutely. And again, it's something that we use all of the time, whether your kids are in school, whether you're getting up every day and you're searching for coupons, or you're on Facebook, or you know, a home business, whatever it is, we all use our home computers all of the time. And sadly, I don't think I can put this up. Sadly, so many of us still have this giant tower that's slow and cumbersome, and we dread getting on our computers, right? I love that this clean off the desk, get rid of that old, outdated computer. Look at this. 15 pounds for the entire system. And this is your computer. This just isn't the monitor. This is your entire computer.
That's it,
so you can take it from room to room, and then you have this massive, literally massive, more than 19-inch screen. I'm blown away that it's got the DVD burner on this, so you can actually burn and watch your DVDs as well. This is always an upgrade on a computer. You always pay extra for that.
You do, and it's not just a player, it's a burner. It's in fact what's called a multi-layer DVD burner. So it burns and plays movies, DVDs, music, CDs, and any of your data, you know, your picture photos and your documents and all of those sort of things. In fact, let's give you a full sort of walk around the computer, a little bit of a tour here. So again, it's so slim, and just to remind you, I like to get out of the way so you guys can really see. There's one cable. That's it. It goes into the wall. That's everything else is wireless, down to the wireless mouse that we include and the wireless keyboard that we include. It's just so nice.
It's so nice. You put it anywhere and not have that big mess of cords.
You can. Yeah, in fact, yeah, you can. That's a great way to put it. So on this side, that's your multi-layer burner, as I was just talking about, your multi-layer DVD CD burner. I'm just gonna close that up and then show you on the front here, here's your high definition webcam. You guys might have been wondering if this has a webcam. Yes, there's a high definition webcam built in at the top. So that's super convenient. On this side, you have 2 of your total of 4 USB ports. So there's 4 USB ports. This is a 7-in-1 card reader. I can't tell you all 7 cards, but I do know, let's see, SD, XD, MMC. Those are the 3 that come to mind.
I'm impressed.
So anyway, it's a 7-in-1 card reader.
And the other 4.
And then, yeah, whatever. I don't really think anybody has any other types of cards, but it's a 7-in-1. There you go. There's 2 of your USB. You can plug in headphones, you can plug in a microphone, but you should know speakers and mic are both built in, so you don't have to do that.
So great.
I'm gonna spend a minute now talking about what I think is a bonus buy.